Duck 'em! know that you have played it safe your whole life. So let's get naughty and break a couple rules tonight. Sneak in a movie no one will ever know, then run on private property and hold each other close. Beneath the moonlight, I've got a fun idea. Lean and kiss a cheek and gently whisper in your ear. Let's steal a car tonight. Commit a felony with me and drive until the sunrise. Let's steal a motherfucking car tonight. Be young and alive. So let's commit some crimes.
Hey, I like you.
I got your flowers, let's get some coffee. Look deep in my eyes and tell me about your family. We can hold hands, then you can watch me shoot cocaine into my eyes and rock a family. Let's steal some art tonight. What's a few Picassos when you're on a sexy date heist? Let's steal some precious fucking art tonight. We're young and alive and crossing state lines.
Or, you know, we could go a little more traditional. Go for a walk, watch a movie. Actually, there's a really nice flower exhibit at the Botanical Gardens. Ninja Brian was just telling me about that last week. He loved it. Wait, you know what? Fuck it!
Let's kill some guy tonight. We're holding hands and laughing while we shank 'em in the starlight. Let's take a motherfucking life tonight. We're young and alive, which I can say for that guy. Yeah, let's kill 5 guys tonight. The cherry cola while we blast a savage drive-by. Let's kill 10 guys tonight. You know what? First date, let's pump the brakes on the
Are we live? Yes, so we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting Saturday stream where today we are hippity hopping into a bit of a different stream than what I normally do, where today we are going to be doing some video editing and aggressively ignoring Nezuko's bad attempts at gaslighting, because honestly, I'm a little panicky. So I might have a shoot tomorrow. I got sent some contracts to fill out to be like, ooh, I'm gonna do it, but they still haven't sent me like an actual call time or anything. I don't know if I'll be stuck out all day tomorrow, and if I am, that'll mean I'll probably not be getting home till really late. Tomorrow's the 25th. Is the day that is my last already edited and submitted short comes out. And since I have the New Year's resolution, I need to make sure I have all of the shorts for the rest of the month done so that I can actually achieve my goal. So today we're going to be finishing one video that needed its second level editing pass on. I'll give you all the opportunity to watch my shorts I'm making and give me any suggestions like we did one time previously. And then I'll be showing you guys the delightful, engaging, and most exciting part of video editing, the captioning pass, as that's basically the last major step I have. And once we get that done, I'll have another 7 shorts ready to go. We'll get those uploaded to make sure we get our daily January releases, and any that overlap into the next month will spread out into our 3-a-week releases, so I can finally be off the every single day grind. So that's the goal today. Finish 1 video's editing pass, give you guys an opportunity to look at all the videos I have and give me any quick editing suggestions. And once all that's cleaned up, see how many of these videos we can get through our captioning pass, and then get them uploaded, scheduled, and ready to fucking go. But before we get into all of that, I have a simple question for all of y'all. How have your weeks been? How are your weekends shaping up to be? And most importantly, how are you all doing today? Chaotic, enjoy stream, everyone. Your boy got to sleep. I'm sorry, Chaotic. I know my stream timing isn't the best for you. You're almost always having to kick out right when I go live. But I hope you get some good sleep, my guy, and I hope your weekend's fucking awesome. How you doing, Nez? You said you got a new piercing, and you got a You got a septum piercing, my guy? I'm not gaslighting Brew Pro. You're muted. Oh, God. God fucking damn it. Who else is here? Who else is here before I lose my mind? Hi, V. Hi, Zelix. A crazy. Yo, what up, my guy? What up with you? Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, so y'all, last night I told you guys I had nothing scheduled or planned, and that was true. But the moment I closed down stream, I went to check Discord, and I had missed 4 messages from my buddy Lotus, who was trying to get some people to come over to his house to do Mario Party. So I had to quickly respond to him going, hey dude, I just finished up a stream. Then I had to sprint over there. I ended up running into Milk on his way over as well. And we got there and we were all just fucking drinking and playing Mario Party. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever played the original Mario Party before, but let me tell you, I'm bad at it. I'm very bad at Mario Party. That is not a game for my skill set. I did not win. I did not. In fact, none of us won. What? We had 3 people and 1 computer, and computer Princess Peach kicked our fucking asses. Absolutely demolished us. No chance. I think she got 3 of the specialty stars at the end. Fucking horrific. Horrifically blown out of the water. But how are you all doing? Any of you all get up to any fun weekend plans? Y'all do anything exciting? Or do you have anything you're getting up to today? I know Chaotic sleeping. Nez, you got your piercing. Is that your only weekend plan? Or are you going to go out to something to show it off? Ba 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 da diddy do 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 do. Oh, and for those who are curious, as I was starting up, there was some VTube Studio stuff showing up because I was trying to set up a hotkey, and I thought I'd figure it out before stream, but I kept running into a problem because, as it turns out, any hotkeys you program into VTube Studio are not saved into the studio's scene. They are saved directly associated with your VTubing model. So if you happen to be trying to set up a hotkey to swap a model, and you only include the hotkey on one model and not the other, you're not able to swap back and forth. You can only swap one way. And it took me longer than it should have to figure out what the problem was. But now, I have something set. No, we don't have any redeems for this. And I don't even know if you guys want to not see my adorable tardigrade self. But if we're ever in need, I do now have the ability to swap between tardigrade and Julfi model. On the fly, just with hotkeys. We can do it real quick. Look at this. There's a little bit of a load time, but otherwise it's pretty fucking solid, isn't it? Nah. Nah. Wait, did the antenna go up when you blink? Sorry, I'm just watching. It looks like the antenna are linked to my blinking. If I tilt my head, antenna kind of go up. Weird. Sorry, I haven't played around with the model much at all. I just got it in and just set up this hotkey because I thought it might be something goofy to do. But I didn't set any of the sensitivities, any of the settings, or nothing. So I'm just dealing with raw Junie model at the moment. Fully uncustomized. But, you know, that's how it be. How it be, how it is, how it do. So, as I said, we have one more short from the RB There Yet collab coming out tomorrow. And after that, I'm technically out of shorts. I've got nothing else uploaded or scheduled. But I have been working in the background. I got another stream. I already did the pick out. Like I already said, there's only one video that needs any editing left, technically, unless you guys take a look at them and you're like, Eric, these are awful. Fix them. Then we'll have to fix all of them. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this 7 or 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 more shorts that are through most of the editing. The main thing they all got to do is their captioning pass. But hopefully we'll be able to get all of that done tonight, and then I can send this off to my mom to tell me if I spelled anything incorrectly. And if I can get that info back before tomorrow, then tomorrow when the last RV There Yet short goes up, I'll be able to upload these the evening when I get back from my film shoot, because I won't be able to do it during the day because I have the film shoot tomorrow. I really timed everything to be as inconvenient to myself as possible. That's a big reason we're doing an editing stream today, y'all, is I set myself up pretty poorly on how I decided to time everything out. Basically, I got too much stuff crammed into this weekend specifically. I don't know how it happens, but it just do. It just do. Oh, what was that? Gosh dang it, that's on the wrong layer. Get below. Come on. Come down. You gotta go near the bottom, buddy. And non-game video. There we go. Hey, I'm out in front now. Yeah, so we've got 7 shorts. I've got a bunch of them already edited. I've got one more we need to do editing from the beginning. But I guess I want to ask you guys if you have any preference. Do we want to start in on the video that still needs its full, like, meme editing pass? They've all gotten their cuts, so they're all cut down to the video we're going to be doing. As you can see, I've already got it re-aspect ratioed, cropped up. I have the portrait layer added in, so it's none of that. It's more so just about having the portrait move around to emphasize jokes, maybe grabbing some meme images or videos and adding them in to emphasize some stuff. Basically what you see I do in other locations where I just try to add in a little bit of energy to the video. Oh, and you guys might be excited. I know nobody who doesn't know me on YouTube likes them, but I know you guys tend to, because one of my shorts included a D&D story time. I ended up doing a classic one of these where I have a bunch of different individual scenes drawn and kind of doing just like quick animation stuff. So I imagine you guys will kind of like seeing some of that artwork. Doesn't seem like we have any strong preferences coming out, so we'll just kind of do what I was already planning. And we're going to start with this video, get this edited up, then we'll go back through all of them, take a look, see if you guys have any suggestions, thoughts, opinions, anything like that, and we can get into it. For anyone out there who is interested in doing their own video editing and is wondering what tools I'm using today, and for most of the time that I've been doing shorts editing, I do most of my video editing in this current software thing, in this current program, which is VSDC. It's a 100% free video editor. It's got a bunch of great features for just the level of editing I do. It's 100% free and it's pretty solid. However, the one thing I don't like in it is its text. The text items it uses aren't very good. They're not super clean. They don't scale super well. So once I finish editing here in VSDC, I bring them over into CapCut to do the caption editing over there. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, CapCut gets used for a lot of video editing. Why don't you do it all there? Well, because if you want to bring in audio, you have to pay for that feature specifically. If you want to cut and split videos in more than one basic method, you have to pay for that feature. If you want to do certain levels of video tooling, you have to pay for that feature. Basically, CapCut is free to download, look at, and do one thing with it, which is captioning. You could do basic captioning on CapCut for free, and that's the only thing they let you do for free. But for me, I already use VSDC for almost all of my video editing. I just wanted a tool that would do better captioning. So I do my video editing in VSDC, then I take that, put it into CapCut, use the only free feature in CapCut to do the captioning, and then I upload that video. Well, then I let my mom look at it, and she can tell me every bit of grammar and spelling problems I've done. The upsides of having a teacher for a mom. DaVinci is also free. It's really good. It's 100% free. They don't have any paid features on it. DaVinci Resolve is basically free Adobe. Huh. Now here's the one problem is now I'm very used to the VSDC tool set, and I'm just concerned if I pop over to something else, unless it's like an aggressive improvement on the tools, I'm just gonna be sat back trying to relearn the tool, you know? But yeah, so I'm gonna do one quick playthrough, refresh my mind myself on what my current last video I need to do is, and look for any moments that stick out as obvious deals. One of the problems we're gonna run into for the stream, unfortunately, is if there's anything where I'm like, ooh, I want a video clip or an audio clip to add in here, we're gonna have to take a minute for me to go find it, download it, get it on here, and what have you. There are some parts of this that are weirdly time consuming and don't relate to very entertaining moments of editing. So hopefully there won't be a problem with that. But let's see what we're starting off with. So I don't know if you guys remember the Killing Stone stream, but I got a few good clips out of it. Unfortunately, none of them really were during real gameplay moments. That has got to be the downside of me liking to show off demos, is when I'm in the demo gameplay, I'm constantly just yapping about my ideas on the mechanics or what have you, and I'm not yapping on fun tangents or telling stories or aggressively reacting to things a lot of the time. So I end up not being able to use a lot of the actual gameplay footage and instead have a lot of before the game, after the game, or just during cutscene footage where I'm just reacting like a dumbass. So what do we got here? The figure indicates that audio, is that right? Yeah, we have the portrait silenced. The audio didn't quite sound right there though. A signature line on the ritual document. The figure indicates
Okay, that's fine.
Signature line on the ritual document. There's a paid version
Oh,
gatekeeps a few things.
Ow.
Okay, so right here on the signature, we're going to want to move the portrait out of the way. Do I start my portrait at the top? No, because we've got one eye up here, and this is a pretty striking visual. The figure indicates a signature line on the ritual document. So we could have on the camera swivel, like here where we've got movement going, we come into the portrait, we zoom all the way in so we can actually click frame by frame. If we find the moment, camera movement happens. So right here, what we can do, video, we can add transform, a shift. What we can do is have me shift at the same timing and approximate speed. Let's not use clipping. Without clipping, as the video, and will move me up to the top, I think. So let's see here, and then how long does the camera shift? All right, so already stopped there. Okay, we still have a little bit of movement blur there, so we need to get it all the way to here. We'll bring our shift all the way to here. We're mostly just going to be moving up, so we'll do a Y shift. We'll move up. I don't know, just start with 500, and that's up, right? No, 500 is down. God damn it. Is that relative absolute coordinates, right? 500's only to there. 900's to there. Let's go. 1000 should be, yeah, pretty aligned. Oh, right, and then we'll need me actually sitting up there for a second. So we'll add a new shift feature. Instead of over time, though, we'll just make a solid -1. What? Oh, was I just in the middle? Ah, shit. All right, hold on. 900, 800. Okay, 800 works. We'll do -800 pixels. Let's see. How does this feel? A signature line on the ritual document. Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah, no, that movement felt right. That looked pretty natural. Oh, damn it. Ow. God damn it. All right, I'll just stretch this pretty far just so I can see if that's the right position to hold for the whole contract, essentially. Okay, right there I'm saying, hey, I think I want to do something different. We'll probably do a zoom, let me dominate the screen for a second. So if we want me in the center, we're gonna have to do shift to what, 400? Okay, shift to 400, then we'll add a zoom as well. We'll just do a cut zoom, not an overtime zoom. Not too much. We'll do 130. What is 140? How much space does that give me? 140 seems solid.
Hey buddy, the contract seems to have changed after I signed it.
Okay, so we punch for that, and then I think we'll do a shift down. We can now come down to the bottom. We don't need to see the signature action, which is why I shifted up here, is to actually see the finger bleed, do the signature, everything change. So here, I think we'll do a shift down to our neutral stance. So we'll do overtime, return to 0. Same with the zoom, return to 100%. We'll see how that looks.
Hey buddy, the contract seems to have changed after I signed it. That can't be legally binding, right?
Want it a little faster there.
After I signed it, that can't be legally binding.
Yeah, let's hit it on legally binding, and then we'll be in the right size for right.
Hey buddy, the contract seems to have changed after I signed it. That can't be legally binding, right?
Now, it could be funny. Joke we could go for is make myself even smaller when I say right. Like, you know, just fucking shrinking. So we do just like a cut down. So what would that be? That'd be positive 100 since we're going down instead. Instead of up 40%, we're going to go down 30%. So we'll say 70. And then what we can do is tighten up this timing a little more and just leave a period of neutral for it to react to. So we go
after I signed it. That can't be legally binding, right?
Right? Do I want that more extreme? I also want him to pop up immediately, so we're obviously going to cut it right after there, but let's see.
That can't be legally binding, right? Listen, if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore.
No, you know what's better? I think if we go small and then I'm off screen and I'm just panning across, because I think just the pop back up doesn't really work because I'm kind of meandering. So I think we want a meandering energy. So we're just going to take a shift right after there. We're going to have the shift not be on the Y. We might put me towards the top just so I could be coming across the top initially, but it won't be a pan. We'll just do a solid negative 800. Then we'll do a pan on the x-axis, and we're going to go, I think, left to right for this first pan, but we might pan back and at a different Y point. So to be meandering, we don't want it too quickly. We'll see how much time we're talking for. We'll have to base it with how long we're talking for than anything. But we're going to want this as tight as possible. 600. So are we doing, is 800 right in line? No, so 750 might be. We overlap slightly. But I want this as tight as possible to give us as slow of a movement as possible. And we're going to go left to right, but once we have the number, we could just negative it. Cool, that looks right. So we'll do negative 775 to 775. All right, let's see how that pops. We're going to go, yeah, all the way back.
Hey buddy, the contract seems to have changed after I signed it. That can't be legally binding, right? Listen, if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore.
All right, we're going to complete that thought. I think it's back one frame.
I think that's an official signature anymore.
Let's hear. How much of me is on screen
That's
for
an
the
official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime.
Yeah, that doesn't quite work. I want to still be on screen when I'm saying that, so I almost need to stretch that even more.
Listen, if the contract
And maybe instead of 75, maybe we just have him start a little on. Because that'll have more time with me, like, actual face on it.
Listen, if the contract changes during signing, I don't.
And you see right there, I get through like the whole word if the contract changes without having like any part of me on screen.
So the contract changes during.
Yeah. So what's the best way to do this? We could start the shift earlier. Make it go later.
Right? So the contract.
Let's see. Well, how does that look?
Right? So the contract.
Yeah, I think I can be off for the let's see, so I think we can cut that all the way down.
Right? So the contract change.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Can't be legally binding, right? So if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore.
Okay, I still want at least half my face on for the word anymore.
That's an official signature anymore.
Okay, so how far? So we'd have to go all the way to there.
Right? So if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's
All right, I think we're going to do it slightly different. I think we're going to have a faster enter and exit with a slower hang time. So what we're essentially going to do is make 3 shifts. We're going to have to relate them all to each other. Basically, what we're going to do now is make 2 pretty quick shifts and 1 long one. And the quick ones will just be about getting us halfway on. So what is our halfway on? So if we start it's negative, we'll go all the way to 775 again to be off screen. And then we're going on to what, negative 500? Is that going to be half on? A little less, negative 400? All right, so we're going to do a really quick negative 75 to the negative 400. Then we're going to do a really quick 400 to 775. So those will be really quick. And then what we're doing is a negative 400 to 400. So we're going to come on quick, then we're going to meander, then we're going to go off quick. Now we're going to have to watch this, I think, a couple of times and adjust how long these take. Those are the speeds we're looking for.
right. So if the contract changes, right? So if
And we should already be at the halfway on right there. If that's how narrow that's going to be, we'll start just by making these the exact same size then, see how that looks.
right? So if the contract changes,
Yeah, I want to see that full screen.
it can't be legally binding, right? So if the contract changes during.
That's too drastic. That's honestly too drastic of a shift, I think. That speed shift is too much. Well, does this end at the right time? Because if we need to shorten this, that'll change that.
That's some sort of crime.
Yeah, we're gonna shorten that to there, and we'll see how much of a change that is.
Right? So if the contract changes,
It's still pretty sudden, so we're gonna bring it in a little, bring this one in a little, expand these out, and see if that speed change will actually look a little more natural. Because right now it's just too drastic, and I'm having a hard time, like, just absorbing the energy in
so
my
if the
mind.
contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're.
Yeah, that one's not right, though.
Some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud.
Okay. I'm gonna watch this. I'm probably just gonna rewatch this like 2-3 times.
So if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think
Yeah, that needs to go further. Or I can go the other way, and we can be off right at the pause, because there's a pause in here.
signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. Some sort of crime. I think crime. I think the word you're.
Then we reverse this. To bring it on would be from 775 to 0, because we're going into, I think right here, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure this is going into me reading a chat message. So we're just going to put me at the bottom so I can do the classic add in the chat at the top. We do custom region. Yeah, that's Little Pink saying, I think the word you're looking for is fraud. Okay.
So if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud.
Oh, wait, I didn't do this right. 775 to 0. Oops.
So if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud.
Ah, and I'm also still up at 800, but I want this to come in at the bottom.
So if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud.
Yeah, that transition's just not quick at all.
Official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud.
Oops.
Official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought they would have a fun, like, specific name.
Alright, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
So the contract,
Okay, but there's something about that transition that doesn't read right.
right? Right?
Yeah, we need to, I think, extend that slightly.
Binding, right? So if the contract changes,
Yeah, that looks
during
better.
signing,
That
I
looks
don't
a
think
lot
that's an
better.
Official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought they would have.
And I want this, I think, to be a lot faster.
I think the word you're looking for is
How does that look at that speed?
sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought they would have. Some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought they would have a fun, like, specific name. Defenestration.
Okay, yeah, no, I think that works. So then we want myself down in the neutral position, have chat up here when I'm reading chat, but then I think we're going to do a quick zoom pop again, just for my response, because then we can pop back, because I think I read the word defenestration.
Or is fraud.
And then right after I finish reading, we'll pop up, but we're going to actually shift me down a little bit so we can leave chat above me. So we'll say negative 300. Will that give me enough room for chat? Probably negative 200. Or do I just want to line up with bottom? That'll be, I think, 150. That'll be good. Let's see how that looks.
I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought they would have a fun, like,
Yeah,
specific
that's right.
name.
Okay, and then we're going to zoom in and go frame by frame so we can actually get the timing on this, because that is a hard cut that's happening. So I want the size change to align with the cut so there's no differences. All right, here it is. All right, that's the exact cut. All right, so we go the one frame beyond and then...
Defenestration. Name. Defenestration.
Then do we pop back up? Let's see how that looks.
Name. Defenestration. There's only one reason anyone knows that.
Ooh, but here it's a one-word quote, so we don't have to leave it up for long. So I think this is where I shift back to take the dominant middle position. So we'll go back to the negative 400, take up the middle.
There's only one reason anyone knows that goddamn word, and that's because people in D&D wanted a single fucking word.
This is an extended vent. This is an extended vent. I want to add some energy in it. For now, we'll just do it extended out. Just make it as boring as possible so we can try to feel out the vibe, what we need for it.
There's only one reason anyone knows that goddamn word, and that's because people in D&D wanted a single fucking word to try and kill someone with command or suggestion.
Ooh, okay. So I think there, right at the end, I want like the literal D&D fucking tag for the spell command to come from right to left, like to swing onto screen, and the one for suggestion to swing left to right. So how do I set that up first? Where do I need to be? So if I'm in the middle, that works. Then I'll want to do a shrink down, and I think we could do a rapid shrink, but not a cut shrink, to kind of hone in some movement, and then they swing on quickly.
One reason anyone knows that goddamn word, that's because people.
Would it be, and that's cause then we start shrinking?
That's because.
We take there, we do this down, we go for a shift. We'll keep the Y position, so we're only changing the zoom down to neutral. And that's cause
People in D&D wanted a single fucking word to try and kill someone with.
to kill someone with.
Command.
Oh, we don't want to be shrinking once we say command, so we'll also have to plug this in, get rid of the change, so we'll just hold that neutral position once we're there.
Single fucking word to try and kill someone with
Try to kill someone with command. Let's go. Alright, so we'll take that over, and I think that'll be the right timing.
kill someone with command or suggestion, forgetting that both of those spells can't be used to cause direct harm.
Okay, that's the complete thought. So we're gonna have them swing in, and then maybe we just zoom in. If I can get the whole description of both spells, we could have it zoom in on the part that says can't cause harm. Alright, let's see how easy of a deal I could pull up, though. So let's just go D&D command spell. We'll see. Yeah, D&D Beyond should be good. Fine. Accept cookies. Go away. Oof. Command is a big one. It's a big one. Big one-word command creatures. So, all right. Let me go ahead and get my snipping tool. There it is. You're coming over this monitor, boy. Yes, I take snips of my thumbnails to show to people before I get them set to go. Listen, I just want to make sure everything looks right. Take a snip, command, go all the way to here. Now this probably won't fit very cleanly on screen, but we'll see how it looks. Okay, so we're going to come out to this layer. We add in the image. We'll put the video layer below it so it'll show up in front of the... Yeah, so it'll show up in front of the background, but behind our tardigrade. So we need command and suggestion, but I want them to be big enough to actually be like legible. Maybe I have to crop out the spell image. Let's see. I'm gonna just see how clear this looks.
Jen, forgetting that both of those spells can't
That's
be used
clearly
to cause
command.
direct harm.
It's clearly command. Without the color, though, unfortunately, if we cut out the color, it's just not a very interesting image. We could tighten up. We can cut off the specific on approach. Leave command. If I do fit to screen, how big will it be? It'll only be this big. Ugh. It would be really nice if it would fit essentially in line with the tardigrade portrait. You know, if we get it right around here, essentially. And we got that for command and suggestion. Unfortunately, because command lives all the way on the left, like if they had this centered, then we could cheat the margins quite a bit, but command actually overlaps the paragraph's margins. Still, how does this look if it cuts?
Jen, forgetting that both of those spells can't be used to cause direct harm.
That's actually not as bad as I was afraid it would be. Hold on. So we do that for command, and then I go and I look up suggestion. There's going to be so much more I have to cut out suggestion to make it fit. It's such a hyper-specific spell. Suggest an activity, limited a sentence or two. I just got to make sure I find the section where you can't tell them to go kill themselves. Let's hear within range. They understand. Charm. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself or throw itself onto a spear or immolate itself or do some other obviously harmful act. Okay, so I only need the first paragraph to capture that. So grab that first paragraph. We'll put it on. It can technically be wherever. Then we'll try to make it fit in the same way that we did command. So grow it so that it matches with the tardigrade portrait. A couple more pixels. All right. Go right up to the edge there. And then we're going to have both of these swing in, but we'll probably have them swing in from opposite sides. So maybe command will go right to left, suggestion goes left to right. And then we have both of them slow zoom into their words. So we need to get these timed out so we have them they exist for the whole time I need them. Let's hear it.
A single fucking word to try and kill someone with.
Right there is where we'd need command to come in. That one's suggestion. Oops.
Command or
Alright, that looks right. Perfect. Suggestion.
Forgetting that both of those spells can't be used to cause direct harm.
And then they'll end there. So we'll need them both to do a swing in. So we'll just start with command. We're going to add a video effect, and we're doing another shift. It'll be a pretty rapid in. And then we'll need a zoom. We're not affecting the Y at all. This is just going to be the X. We're going to go from right to left. So I think that'll be negative to positive. So we're going to do negative 800. I was wrong. Negative's wrong. Positive 800. Positive 900. And these can move pretty quick, so we don't have to be too worried. To 0.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it should already be on by the time the word finishes.
Oh, man. Or
Cool. That seems like an okay size. Do suggestion, but it'll go negative instead of positive. Ooh, but right, it's a little longer on that side. I'll have to do... Ooh, a little faster approach means we'll have to extend it, probably, to make it about the same speed. So let's see how that looks.
There's only one reason anyone knows that goddamn word, and that's because people in D&D wanted a single fucking word to try and kill someone with command or suggestion, forgetting that both...
Not quite fast enough. Not quite fast enough. Now, we could move suggestion up a few frames and keep the speed, because the speed did seem right. So if instead we move suggestion up, also I might have done a little too much. I might have done a little too much on its negative. Like, if we bring that to 14, 12, yeah, I think 12 will be good. All right, let's take a look at that.
D wanted a single fucking word to try and kill someone with command or suggestion, forgetting that both of those spells...
So I want suggestion a little faster, just a smidge faster. So we're going to tighten this and then shorten it.
Suggestion, forgetting that both of those spells...
And then, okay, right, at forgetting both of those spells, and then I think we'll start the zoom in.
Forgetting that both of those spells...
Right there, video effect, transform, zoom. We'll zoom for the rest of it, and it's going to be zooming in... I don't even know how much we'll end up zooming to. We'll go to 200 just to get it pretty extreme. And then we can shrink it down a bit. We just want to zoom in on certain words. Oh, buddy. Right, we're just going to overextend this just so he's always in the middle so we can see. Okay, obviously harmful. Or do I want it tighter? Ugh, unfortunately the preview isn't very clear. All right, if I zoom in, the preview words get a little clearer. Yeah, or do some obviously harmful tasks. So if we bring the zoom direction on that. Okay, we want it to capture maybe that zoom's just a bit too much. So let's just go down to 150. Or do we go more extreme? We're going to try more extreme, actually. We'll just go for the words, obviously harmful act ends the spell. Okay. We're doing that. Then we're going to grab this. We're going to go over to command. We'll have it zooming basically the exact same rate. We're going to have to pick where it's zooming. Say some type of command as arranged. The target must succeed on wisdom save. It doesn't understand your language if the command is directly harmful. Okay. Let's take a look. Now that should work.
Fucking word to try and kill someone with command or suggestion, forgetting that both of those spells can't be used to cause direct harm.
Well, I'm not causing the
Ooh, okay. And then we need these to swap positions. Because suggestion is slightly bigger than command, when it's overlapping, it's going over top of its words. So we need them to swap positions. So we go to this one. We can just go order, right? And bring one layer down. And that should look a little cleaner.
With command or suggestion, forgetting that both of those spells can't be used to cause direct harm.
Well, I'm not causing...
Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Okay, so we have that clipped up. Then we finish and we go to be being sarcastic about chat. Looks like, yeah, we're one frame off on one of these. Gonna narrow in to there, back to there, and that should be good.
Well, I'm not causing the direct...
Okay. And when we do that transition on the frame, we also want to change what our zoom is, because our zoom and positioning should shift with the frame shift. It's right there. Oh, but it looks like, wait, did the zoom not scale? Oh no. 1 second. Yeah, I think the other zoom didn't scale to the end. Damn. Okay. Let's see.
Well, I'm not causing...
Grab these, extend them out, and that should look right.
Well, I'm not causing the direct. He's jumping out the window. How do you know jumping out the window?
Shut.
Okay, for this, I'm being goofy, I'm being mocking, so what? Do I want to come in mildly rotated, maybe? Or moderately rotated? Essentially, if we make a use of the rotation, I think, yeah. Let's go video effect transform. Where's rotate? Rotate. We'll probably do it for each part of the sentence, because I feel like I have a 2-sentence structure there, so it's going to be...
Well, I'm not causing the direct. He's jumping out the window.
And then back one, and then here, and then we want to go the other way. How much? So we're going to go negative. I'm going to go 45. We'll see how that looks.
Harm.
Well, I'm not causing the direct. He's jumping out the window. How would he know jumping out the window?
Okay, and then we need the frame for shut up, man. Shut up, man. All right, there we go. Let's see it.
Well, I'm not causing the direct. He's jumping out the window. How would he know jumping out the window?
Shut up.
All right, that's good. And it looks like I say it twice, so we'll also just grab a basic get zoomed in kind of effect. But the one where I had one where I stayed aligned with the bottom. Yeah, we'll do this one. So we'll take this from earlier, pop it in right. On my second shut up, and that should be good.
Jumping out the window.
Shut up.
Right there. Okay, let's see it.
Shut up with your defenestration.
All right, we'll just drag that to the end, and I think that'll be clean. So we'll take a full look at it. Figure. All right, y'all, here we go. That is my process going through, is me just identifying different moments to hit and going through a bunch of different options. So let's see it. The figure indicates a signature line on the ritual document. Oh, damn it. Ow. That's good. Hey buddy, the contract seems to have changed after I signed it. That can't be legally binding, right? Listen, if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. Okay. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought
And that's where we'd have chat above me.
Defenestration. There's only one reason anyone knows that goddamn word. That's because people in D&D wanted a single fucking word to try and kill someone with command or suggestion, forgetting that both of those spells can't be used to cause direct harm. Well, I'm not causing the direct. He's jumping out the window. How would he know jumping out the window?
I think I fucking nailed it.
Shut up with your defenestration.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's good edit. I think that's a really solid edit. Fuck yeah. But you all are here. Y'all are here. You're watching me. You saw the whole process. If any of you has anything you think I need to add, I need to change, any immediate suggestions, I'm a little sad Little Pink's not here. I think I remember the last time I was doing editing, Little Pink was more than willing to correct anything that was going on. But we can see. Let's hear Nez. What do you think? Wait, Richard's also not here. My video editor friend's not here. Unfortunate. I think he would have gotten a kick out of today's stream. Is anyone there? Have I not been yapping with you guys enough? Sorry, I got super deep into the actual editing process here. This is the only one we're doing the real dedicated editing. After this, we're just going into caption editing. So because it's just me typing out the words I'm hearing for the most part and putting a little bit of energy into them, it should be a little easier for me to engage with you guys and not get so sucked into things. Well, hi. No thoughts? Everybody thinks I nailed it? I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that if you guys agree. But that means we're going to do a quick pop through. I'm going to do a rewatch of everything else I have. If anything strikes you guys, feel free to speak up. I'll also be doing it as my second pass, essentially.
Let no mortal soul from this table rise.
What if I have to pee? Do souls have to pee? Is my body gonna have to pee? Hey, Satan. Bird. Hi. How are you? When did you get here?
Alright, no, that's good. No notes. That is such a simple edit. I think I barely do anything. Yeah, and it's nailed it. No, I'm confident in that one. That one's going to be the one I have the fewest issues with.
Do a Pokemon mystery.
I love it when I get a less than 30 second short to edit.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Everyone shows up. You just need a
Oh,
couple
chat's
to show
above
up
me the
here.
whole time,
Make
which is why we're not
D&D
getting a lot
what
of
you want it
movement.
to be. Hell, Richard's here. Richard could tell you about the time for his birthday. A buddy.
I want to change something there, actually. Because there's a point where I said, make D&D what you want it to be, and I didn't move. I should move in some fashion here. Even if it's as simple as shrinking down for it. So let's do that. Let's add just a little bit of movement there. So we'll take a zoom and a shift. They already exist here. We're not going to keep whatever they are, though. We're going to make sure they match up, and we're going to make it a small. We're going to do a shrink instead of a grow. Just a small one. So an 80%, and instead of going negative, it'll be positive. We'll see how that looks.
Okay, here we go. Everyone shows up. You just need a couple to show up here. Make D&D what you want it to be. Hell, Richard's here.
That's better. That's immediately better. Cool.
About the time for his birthday, a buddy of ours was like, "Hey, let's do a one shot," and I played a blind.
And then I'm probably not gonna do a lot of portrait stuff here because it's all the artwork.
And we had to save people from a burning building. Oh no! What, you don't think a blind man and a full-sized horse would be able to do a good job of checking for survivors of a massive house fire? So we had a blind guy and a horse, quote unquote, looking into rooms to see if they saw anyone who needed help, and we did find nobody who needed.
Honestly, I almost just want to apply a small shrink zoom to all of it. I feel like I'm overlapping almost too much of the artwork there. I just kind of want, we'll put it order at the top, and I might just shrink myself by like 10% from the moment the artwork shows up. Yeah, so we just do not 80, we'll do a 90%. And we'll just drag that out till the artwork ends, just so it's a little more visible. We'll see how that looks.
Ours was like, hey, let's do a one shot, and
Oh, that didn't align. That was like a real rough movement. What was that? There.
ours was like, hey, let's do a.
Oh, okay. I do need to apply that earlier so that it follows a shift. So I think we'll do it here, and we'll see how that looks.
To be. Hell, Richard's here. Richard could tell you about the time for his birthday. A buddy of ours was like,
That's
hey,
better.
let's do
Yeah,
a one
that's
shot,"
smoother.
And I played a blind
And I think that
character.
little extra
And our
give is a
friends
lot
played
better for the
horse.
artwork, so we're going
And
to
we
keep
had
it.
to save people from a burning building. Oh no. What, you don't think a blind man and a full-sized horse would be able to do a good job of checking for survivors of a massive house fire? So we had a blind guy and a horse, quote unquote, looking into rooms to see if they saw anyone who needed help. And we did find nobody who needed help. So I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure nothing escaped the blind man and the horse. There is something
Ooh, wait,
delightful.
there is a weird thing right there.
Man and
Yeah, it pops up. So maybe if I end it before this, maybe we won't see a pop.
help. So I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure nothing.
Yeah,
escaped
okay, that's
the
good.
blind man and the horse. There is something delightful about intentionally playing a 100% useless character.
I think for that, I'm actually going to add a shift. Since I'm talking, there's no chat on screen. I'm going to recenter myself right at that.
Man and the horse. There.
Okay, so it's going to be right when the GIF disappears. So we'll try to find that frame. Still. Boop. Here. All right, we'll do this shift, and we're just going to do a Y shift to put me up in the center. So that'll be, what, -300, I think? We'll see how that looks.
Man and the horse. There is something delightful about intentionally playing a 100% useless character. It takes all the pressure off.
Yeah, that's brilliant. All right, I think that's a great improvement. All right, next one. We'll see how this looks.
There is but one game worth the candle.
Chess. Nah, you're a checkers man, aren't you? Let's hear. I want to get the vibe off your face. Yeah. No, this is a trick-taking guy. But is he into hearts or spades? Oh,
Hast thou the will?
that is so dumb, and I'm so glad I did it.
The devil. If thou couldst know how
Ooh, that I get what I'm going for there. That didn't quite look right though. Let me take a look at this because we were zooming up as he's being ominous. That's right.
to beat the devil. If thou could
And then I swap back, which makes sense, but it doesn't look right.
devil. If
I think I need at least a couple of frames of being still before we do a cut, because then we're cutting from motion to stillness. I think that's what the problem is. So we're going to take this, but it's got to just be at 150. And it's got to be at -100. And then we'll just try to get this pretty small, but just enough so that we're going from stillness to stillness instead of motion to stillness.
if thou couldst
Blech. That was very wrong. Maybe I gotta shrink this so they can fit in.
if thou could if
No, it's just not working. No, it's not just having a bit of a freeze.
the devil.
Okay, maybe if we're frozen for the word the devil delivery. We take this back. Where does devil begin? Right there. So we take it up to there, and then we take the freeze back. And then that should make a cleaner cut.
The devil. If thou couldst know devil.
Let's go with that.
The devil. If thou couldst know
That was immediately better. Okay, good.
thou wouldst stand
Amazed.
I would not. Sir, are you aware of how many Americans think they could fist fight a grizzly? Hold on. No. Hold on 1 second. How many Americans think they could fight a bear.
This whole joke's
6%
gonna
of
be
Americans
CapCut.
think
I'm
they
gonna
could beat a
have to use
grizzly
like
bear
an
in a
entrance
fight.
animation
8%
of
Americans
typing,
think
but
they
it's
could
gonna be
beat
good
a
at that.
lion in a fight. 8% think they could beat an elephant in a fight.
Mm-hmm,
15% of Americans think they could
Brilliant.
beat a king cobra in a fist fight. So One Eye, no, I would not be surprised, likely, by how many people think they could beat the devil at his own game.
All right, pretty simple towards the end. Not a lot of movement, but I think there's a lot of text jokes that are going on at the end there that'll fill out that time correctly. So I think just that little shift, I think, was right. So we're going to keep that. So what is that? That's 1, 2 that we've done some edits into. I just need to remember, because I did export the previous versions of them. So since I'm going to be captioning the new edits, I'm going to make sure I export the new versions, but we'll do it once we finish all of them. This is a very interesting and aggressively vibes-oriented.
I agree,
Eric.
It's giving me a lot more Inscription vibes.
I'm so glad I
Definitely
chose
check
my
it
own.
as
I don't know if you guys
Orient.
noticed, but I didn't do the actual Inscription poster. I did mine.
It's giving me a lot
It's
more
got the
Inscription
juniper,
vibes.
me,
I'm definitely
milk.
gonna be
There's-
checking this
I think
out.
Hirubagu's in it too. Wait one
Deck
second.
builder game. This is giving
Yeah, Bagu, the little leech orb.
me a lot more
so
Inscription
glad I have
vibes.
this.
I'm definitely going to be checking this game out, if for no other reason. I love forcing you all to hear me read Old or Middle English to you guys, and doing my best to make it make as much sense as possible. No, what was it? I remember as a kid, I was in a showing of The Tempest, and I remember getting the weirdest compliment in my life, where we had finished a performance, and this old white-haired guy came up to me from the audience and came up and shook my hand and said, "You have terrific Shakespearean comedic timing." I don't know. I'm gonna do a little. I think I'm gonna actually make that second pop there a little stronger. Hey, Richard, I was just talking about you. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, is that bottom text or just a bottom? You're welcome, my guy. But today we're just doing some video editing. We're running over all of my second passes. I'm doing pretty small changes, and then we're going to do the captioning pass here. And I was just saying, I wish you were here, because I imagine you'd be interested in watching me do my whole editing process. No, you, Azzy. If one of us was Azzy, you really think it'd be me and not you, Azzy? Azzy. You have terrific Shakespearean comedic. Yeah, I want that one just a little more aggressive. So maybe Richard, thank you for this stuff. 25 months, my dude. Over 2 years officially. As an IRL friend of mine, you're getting crushed. You're being crushed. Zelix is over 5 years at this point, my guy. I hate to break it to you. You clearly don't love me. All right, let's watch it now. Terrific Shakespearean comedic timing. Yeah, I like that. I've ever been given a more specific compliment in my life. Oh, that's quite the compliment. I agree. It is quite an interesting compliment. Okay, I think that's pretty good. There's not a lot of movement in this one, but I think there's quite a few text jokes that are happening, and I think kind of the energy more so matches up. This is clearly me talking about the game and then talking about, like, the weird fucking side tangent. So I think the lower energy works here, but still, we did a small edit in here, so I'll have to remember. So far, I think Project 1 here, or Project 15, as the program wants to name it, is the only one we're not going to be doing a re-export of. People are going to get in trouble, and I don't have to care. Good times. I've been watching the show on YouTube where it's an interview show where the subject is eating their theoretical last meal. So and Richard would be up here. And fireweed milkshake from VO would be one of my courses. Hell yeah, my dude. Not gonna lie, for my last meal, I would pass the meal if they just let me run a game of Stry. That's another chat up here. Then we move. 1 hour of gameplay time. Hat, reverse, looks good. What will we kill to play some video games, Mr. Policeman? Mr. Officer, what's wrong with the audio? Oh, what's wrong? Is something wrong with the audio? Right, what do you think? What's up? Wait, Azzy, is there something wrong? Because I don't know. To be fair, I vanished off the surface of the earth for like 5 years. That is true, Richard. Right, why would I think the plus 100 wholesome chungus chubby VTuber would be on bottom? I don't know if I'm plus 100 wholesome chungus. I don't know. Is something up, Azzy? Because it sounds right to me. People are going to get in trouble, and I don't have to care.
Good times. I've been watching the show on YouTube where it's an...
Yes, very robotic. Hold up. Which, to me, nobody's mentioned it being robotic if it's been... I'm gonna be really upset if it is and nobody's told me. Testing, testing.
Interview show where the subject is eating their theoretical last meal, and corn fritters, apple pie, and fireweed milkshake from VO would be one of my courses.
Yeah, that's not super clean. No, that's true. The audio's not coming in as clean as it actually sounds on my end. But, oh, it's fine now. Okay. Well, it might have been mostly your end, but I do agree that the program isn't coming through as clean through the stream thing as it is through my ears. But I definitely think that's more of a, just stream quality thing. You don't sound bad, but the playback from your editing software sounds tiny. Okay, yeah. It's definitely, I think, not capturing as clean, ultimately. Hell yeah. It's also at full volume, so we'll take that up. And you know what? We'll just go and see if there's anything weird with that capture. Which capture is this?
I do.
Deep. Wait, deep's not one of my non-game audio captures? Do I have something just capturing everything? What the hell? It's your properties. That doesn't do much. Filters. Yeah, there's no filters. I don't know. That'll be fine. Kindred! Kindred, how you doing, my guy? Welcome. I'm sorry I haven't been able to catch any of your streams lately. You stream so late, you dick. Did you see today's short? Today's YouTube short is literally you, my guy. I hope you had the opportunity to see it. Yeah, it's kind of off. It doesn't sound like that through my ears, so I'm just going to assume it's the basically problem of doing an audio capture of an audio capture of an audio a Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox sort of problem here, and not really what's
Next
going on.
time you do an editing stream, you should invite me on. I could teach you some stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell me what I'm doing wrong as well, Richard. You don't have to just make it a fucking classroom lesson. Not gonna lie, for my last meal, I would pass the meal if they just let me run a game of Strap. Game time, please.
For your last meal, 1 hour of gameplay time, please, sir. I would we kill to play some video games, Mr. Policeman? Mr. Officer, could we get some Call of Duty in here, please?
That's good. I'm proud of that. No, that's solid. No notes. No notes from me. If any of you have notes, you're free to bring up notes, but I feel like that's a solid.
In this place, we play for souls. Here is my wager. The soul of Markin.
No.
So you have Markin soul, and I'm playing for her soul. And I imagine mine's the collateral.
Cut down.
Markin, why did you put up my soul as collateral?
Again on the next
Friends,
sentence.
right? I can offer your immortal soul as a minor part of my deal with the guy I met behind the
We do a
gas. Could
swap
you
to
imagine
emphasize
the
it's
fucking
me
devil rolls up one
referencing
day
someone?
and tells you they have your buddy's soul, but your buddy said, "Yeah, I bet if you challenged my friend in a game for my soul."
I just saw the clip. Hell yeah, kid.
What do you do in that situation? You say no? You prove your friend wrong about how kind you are? Asshole, forcing me to bet my soul against the devil? Is that what my soul looks like?
Oh, does your college
You'd
email
force
still
you
do
always
this?
socially
No.
pressured. Yeah. And
No,
I'm sorry,
Richard.
for a tism bro like me, social pressure is forcing.
In this place.
In fact, I ran into a problem with an old account on something because of that, like a few years ago.
The soul of Markin.
So you have Markin soul, and I'm
Also,
playing
guess
for
who's
her
trying to
soul. I
not
imagine
go
mine's
insane
the
for
collateral.
figuring out how making
Markin, why'd you
wilds
put up my
mods
soul as
work?
collateral?
How making like, what do you mean? Wilds mods? But anyway, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, Azzy. Today we're doing video editing because I unfortunately ran too many tasks into my weekend, and I've got a film shoot I've got to go to tomorrow, and I need to get these videos edited and captioned to get uploaded tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last short I have pre-scheduled, and I'm trying to hit one short daily for all of January. So I'm just fucked myself over on a little bit of timing stuff. So today, instead of gaming, we are we're doing video editing to help me get just that slight 2 hours of work ahead on where I needed to be. I should be good. I should be fine. But it's just like, I was nervous enough that that's what today's stream is. It's me catching up on my promises.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, what mods you going for, my dude? You're not turning the monkey into the blacksmith, are you? I saw videos from that mod, and I want better than that for you, Kindred. I need you to tell me you're not going for that. Damn, Adobe offers a hefty discount for students. A hefty discount don't sound like free to me, Richard.
We're friends, right? I can offer your immortal soul as a minor part of my deal with a good.
Kindred, no. Kindred, no, I know how to get you to obey. Wait, I added some new hotkeys recently, actually. So, Kindred, look at me. Kindred, I'm speaking to you at a level I know you respect even more. So I need you to look me in my little Junie eyes. Do not use that mod. Yo. Yeah, no, I set it up and I even did a hotkey. I don't have a redeem to swap models, but I'm really conflicted on that, you know? Because I don't know how I feel about making a redeem to make people not to let people be like, hey Eric, stop being the tardigrade. So I think I'll just leave it as a hotkey only I know about and use. If you want free, you can use my copy of DaVinci. Someone came in earlier and said DaVinci was free. Gave it to Tucker. Okay. How about that? Name the thing I need on DaVinci that VSDC doesn't have for free. I'm actually just merging some armor meshes together because I can't wear a coil with a tail accessory I got. You're doing it for fashion. Listen, Monster Hunter fashion, I fully support. I fully support you going for that, Kindred. Speaking of, somebody's poorly disguised. I just have found out surprisingly substantial evidence that having a foot thing is straight up a neurological disorder.
I am at behind a gas.
I
Could you
agree,
imagine
Azzy.
The fucking devil rolls up one day and tells you they have your buddy's soul, but your buddy said, "Yeah, I bet if you challenge my friend in a game for my soul, he'll put his soul up for collateral." What do you do in that situation? You say no? You prove your friend wrong about how kind you are? Asshole, forcing me to bet my soul against the devil.
To the surprise of no one.
What my
Exactly.
soul looks like? What? You didn't force you, only socially pressured. Yeah, and I'm sorry for autism, bro.
Yeah,
me.
I'm sorry. I'm
Social-
actually proud of that one. I don't know. I think I got that
Soul looks
frame
like
on.
what? You didn't force you, only socially pressured. Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm
God,
sorry
that's
for
clean.
autism, bro. Like me, social pressure is forcing.
I think that's good. I think no changes, honestly. Solid. So I think we're good down the line. And now that I have more people here, we did one live for you guys. I had almost all of these edited, but this one wasn't. This one we did live. So for the new people here, if you want to take a look at this, and if there's anything you're like, hey, Eric, fix this, we can do that. Because anything that isn't fixed is getting pushed ahead to the captioning edit. And on the captioning edit, I don't want to go back and redo any of the normal video editing. DaVinci has lots of great features like built-in text-based editing. Listen, VSDC has text editing as well. It has text editing. I just don't like how it looks. And I think of all of the video editing softwares I've seen, CapCut has the most purpose-built for captioning. And it's also its only free feature. So I'm very happy to do the video editing in VSDC, then drop it into CapCut to make use of their free captioning. Because unless DaVinci can match CapCut's like level of clean and focused captioning editing, I'd still end up in the situation where if I want that quality, I'm gonna drag it over to CapCut anyway. Clean, easy to use interface. I don't have no problems with VSDC's interface. Special effects integration. Well, what effects? Get peer pressured bottom? You just fucking signed away your soul? Pog. Azzy, you always give me the most sentences. I know you don't say the most things, but there's something about the weight in your sentences, something about the amount of impact they have that really makes it feel like you deliver the most sentences. The figure indicates a signature line on the ritual document. Oh, damn it. Good transition. Glad I did that. Signs.
Hey, buddy, the contract seems to have changed after I signed it. That can't be legally binding, right? Listen, if the contract changes during signing, I don't think that's an official signature anymore. That's some sort of crime. I think the word you're looking for is fraud. I thought they would have a fun, like, specific name. Defenestration. There's only one reason anyone knows that goddamn word, and that's because people in D&D wanted a single
Wonder how many of your
fucking
shorts are
word
directly
to try and
caused
kill
by my
someone with
messages, then.
command
Because I
or
don't watch your
suggestion,
YouTube.
forgetting that both
Well,
of those
maybe you
spells can
should
be used
then,
to cause
Abby.
direct harm. Well, I'm not causing the direct. He's jumping out the window. How would he know jumping out the window? Shut up.
So
Shut up
rude,
with your
Azzy, coming into my
defenestration.
chat to just
Figure
tell me how you
indicates-
don't want this.
Nah, that's good. I think that's good. So, what? It was 1, 2, 3 we changed? Did we do 4? Yeah, no, I think it was just 1, 2, 3. So we're going to re-export these 3. All right. And then I don't know what's going to happen when I hit the export button visually. So I might just take these off screen for a quick second for me to do the export. We'll do export project, change name. It's going to be a new version of shit. Which one is this? Fuck. Gone do a Pokemon mystery dungeon. That's D&D. So that'll be what? Rules lawyers? No. That's blind leading horses. All right, so we're going to have version 2-2 instead of 2-1. Save export, continue. Show up, generate streamer YouTube content, refuses to elaborate, leaves, also refuses to consume content. Rude, Azzy. Rude. Bottom of my heart, rude. Okay, that's 1. Then we need number 2. Oh, and I don't think I actually exported the one that we just did in full. We'll do 4 exports. Export project, which one is
There
this?
is but
Is this
one
piss?
game worth the candle.
Yeah, the game one, which is consoles P. So we'll have version 2-2 on that. Export, continue. Hi, Hyperbeam. Back. Wait, were you here? Did I miss saying hi to you, Hyperbeam? You haven't said anything today, Hyperbeam. Hi, Hyperbeam Prog. How you doing, my guy? Welcome, welcome. Azzy, don't you dare. I'm not even reading that, Azzy. Azzy, you better be careful. I have
Nope,
someone
I just
time you out
said
for
back to
60
confuse you.
seconds. So it's that sort of a day, chat, is it? It's that sort of a day? Everyone's just showing up to confuse me, then leave? That's what we're doing. Whatever. This is a very... This is the Killing Stone one. Shakespearean comedy, version 2-2. Do the export, then we'll do the last export. Then we can bring it up onto CapCut, and I can show you guys my favorite bug I found on CapCut that I use constantly. Y'all don't understand. CapCut has a bug in it. I don't know why this bug works this way.
Don't worry,
but it's been
I
the
won't
most
leave quite
important
yet.
thing for me making beautiful captioning. Because in CapCut, there's a type of backing you can do where you can either do an outline or you can do a drop shadow behind your
You time
words.
me out and then half the content is gone lol.
But you see the drop shadow behind it is actually really, really faint, so it doesn't do a lot. But there's a thing you can do to make the shadow like 4 times darker. So it's not quite an outline, but it's a very heavy shadow, which I think just makes the words pop beautifully. And I'll show you guys one second. We have one more export to do. So this is the... What's my title for this one? Wait. The figure indicates a signature line on the... This is the rules lawyer. Okay. Rules lawyer 2-1. It's lawyer _2_1. Export. That'll be all those exported. And I'll pull up the files and we'll do it in my favorite editing order. I mess myself up too much, you guys. You don't understand. So whenever I do captioning editing, I get all of my videos in one file list, right? And then I sort them by details. Because if you do details, you can get the length of the video. And then with the video length, wait, cancels P do-2 is 5.9. 5.9 isn't right. Did I fuck up naming one of these?
Let no mortal soul from this table rise.
What if I have to pee? Okay, this is blind leading horses, but we have 2 versions of that. Then did I fuck up how many dudes? I
don't think I did a re-export. Did I change anything on how many dudes? No, I'll just do a re-export on that. Okay, no, I had the right video. I just named it wrong. Okay, so that's just how many dudes, not cancels P. Got it. We've got it right. How many dudes? Nailed it. All right, so we're good. But essentially, I organize my videos by video length, and then I do captioning edits on the videos in length order. So I start with my longest video, so the video that's going to have the most captioning edits on it. Then the next one, down, then the next one, until I get to the last shortest videos. So I always end up feeling like I'm not
Eric,
making
I was
progress.
just watching the live action How to
because the
Train Your
first,
Dragon
like,
movie,
God
and
damn
holy shit, it's really well casted, and it does not look like CGI like. They did a fucking phenomenal job on this movie.
I don't know. Is it going to be based on the book or is it going to be based on the animated movie? Because I always had a problem with the animated movie because I much preferred the moral of the book. Because the moral of the book was not everyone is secretly special and the best boy. The moral for the book, the dragon in the book, for example, was just toothless. It wasn't secretly the most powerful type of dragon. It was objectively bad at being a dragon, but it loved the main character and it was loyal and it worked hard to be good enough for him to pass his dragon test. So it was this whole thing about, you know, you might not be the best, but you can rise above it. You can, in spite of not being inherently the best, do a good job at things. And it's more important to have people you care about who care about you than it is to actually be the most powerful. In the animated movie, they're secretly better than everyone anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter, I guess. All you have to do is just be better from the beginning, you know?
It was based off of the animated series, but the books
Boo.
are better, though it wasn't secret in the show either.
Boo. Then I say boo. But yeah, I've been playing Hunt, and I do like some of the builds that I make, and a lot of the time it's just to look at the weapons and think to myself, these are like the exact same things. There's no reason to use one over the other. Gotcha. All right. But I think that's everything. Yes, we have how many dudes, blind leading horses, social pressure. Did I do my last export? Wait. Did
Though
you
the
guys
book
fully
Sires
distract
is fire.
me? No, this is a trick-taking guy. But is he into hearts or spades? Oh.
Hast thou the will?
This is rules lawyer, right? Do we have a rules lawyer? Yeah, rules lawyer is 52 seconds. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got everything then. Let's go ahead and get CapCut up on screen. I'll go ahead and go to a new project. Fuck yeah. But basically, because I do them in reverse order, what I end up doing is feeling like I'm making no progress as I'm like doing the minute-long video, then the minute-long video, then the minute. So I'll do like 3-minute-long videos, and then I'll start getting into the 30-second videos. So it feels like, oh my God, it takes me like a whole day to get 3 videos edited. And by the end, when I'm starting to do 30-second videos into like 20-second or shorter videos, I like knock out 5 or 6 of them in the same amount of time. I do it to myself. I think it's a great way, so I'm always ahead of schedule, but every single time I catch myself off guard, I'm like, I'm not going to get it done in time. This is taking way too long. Oh, all the rest of them are done already. Oopsies. So here we go. We're going to drag ourselves over. We get in here, and I'm going to show you guys the greatest bug that exists. All right. So we come into CapCut, and I use this just for captioning editing. So the only thing we really need is to use the text stuff. So we're going to add a default text. I want it to be nice and thick, easy to read. So we go to Arial Black. My default text size is 20, though we can change it up and down a little bit depending on sentence length without causing problems. I started originally pumping it all the way up to 30. And I found that to be too big to work with, and 20 did a good enough job of dominating the screen with text without it actually like washing out what's actually happening in video. So I like the 20. And then what I really like is this shadow effect. So you see right here, there's the word and it gets a little shadow on it. There's like a version where there's a black outline. I'm actually going to bring it down over me. Yeah, because if it's over me, I think it's a little more readable. Then here's the shadow. But you can see the shadow is super faint. Like, it's almost not even there. But a fun fact is, if you cut and then paste it, if you cut and paste the text, the shadow effect becomes like 4 times darker, and it saves at that darkness. And I need you guys to understand. Here's the shadow. Here's the opacity. If I go up to it, and shoot. I want to show you guys. If we are at the text item, I'm gonna make it the same just so you could like immediately compare it to Arial 20. And we come down and we do the shadow. You can see it's really faint. If we go down to the settings, it's at 100%. There's no setting difference between these two. Just this one is infinitely darker than the other one. So if any of you end up using CapCut and you really like how dark the shadow outline I get on my text is and how much it makes the word itself pop, just make sure you cut and paste and then only copy that version so that you can use the program's bug that forces the shadows to be darker. I literally don't know why this, but literally the first time I saw this happen, I just only did it from them. All of my shorts use this effect, and I don't think they're supposed to be able to, and I love it. All right, let's go in. So we have a little text line. I want it, I think, a little lower. Yeah, I want my top feet hanging over it. So we'll bring it to here. It's in a line. Do I want to do the tardigrade color? I'm not doing a collab, so I think I'll just leave it on basic white text. Ooh, we do hear this guy talk. So do we create one for me, one for him? Do the tardigrade color and then give him like a red? Can I get a red that'll match his face without disappearing into it? If I'm going to do it, it's going to be like right above his face.
Eric, what stream was the one you're making a short of?
This was when I was playing Killing Stone. It was a one-off demo showcase of a game. You're going to want to look for Killing Stone. Yeah, I think that works. So we just do white text for me, red text for him, or does it look better if I have a tardigrade color? I'm torn. I need opinions. Richard, Hyperbeam, Sun, Zelix, everyone. Does it look better tardigrade and mask color, or giving me the default white and leaving him on red? Well, no matter what, we're going to leave One Eye on red, obviously. You know, who's going to respond to this guy? I don't know if I should do white or the tardigrade color.
I have no idea how you even get the idea that the moral of the How to Train Your Dragon movie had anything to do with how powerful Toothless was. The whole moral of the story was that friends can come from unexpected places, and that you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but you don't get it. The reason it was good to like
The
Toothless...
movie was about Hiccup and Toothless' relationship and how
Yeah.
Hiccup was willing to learn and appreciate dragons whereas the other Vikings just hunted them. Leading to Stoic's redemption.
Yeah, but remember, though, it was a good thing that he became friends with Toothless, because Toothless was like... If they hadn't had Toothless, they couldn't have won, because Toothless was that secret, super powerful type of dragon. Make it tardigrade colors unique. Alright, we'll go with the tardigrade color. We'll stick with this. I do think the white pops better, but I think anytime I'm mixing two different color types, I think it's very good for me to do, like, a distinct me color. Then we can use white if we have anything we need to, like, plug in, like text that is coming from, like, doing an insert or something. Because basically, like, how would the way they had done the movie been if Toothless, for example, was a toothless dragon that couldn't fly? And Hiccup allying with him didn't match up with the Vikings' idea of being stronger. What? No, remember? Toothless was that type of dragon that they couldn't see because it was too fat, because it was faster than all the other it was what the dark dread, right? Or something? Like I'm forgetting the name, but Toothless was that species of dragon that was like faster than all the other dragons. And the Vikings had never seen it. It was like a mystery and particularly unique and special compared to other types of dragons. Whereas Toothless in the book was a dragon who didn't have teeth until the end of the book, where he grew one tooth. Night Fury. Thank you. Toothless being a Night Fury has nothing to do with the story of the first movie. It's kind of important in the first. Like, what if he had been a different type of dragon? Like, he had been the super fast, hidden tooth type of dragon. Like, what if he had been riding the big bulbous dragon that one of the other people get later? Hmm? I'm just saying, I much prefer it if it is useless. I much prefer a moral of trusting people, even though they can't give you anything. I'm more inspired by that than about trust people because they might secretly be super good at something.
There is but one
Okay, so we're starting with him, so we'll drag my text away.
game worth the candle.
So we're being very ominous with him. Normally, you only want to have like 3 to 4 words of your caption on screen. That tends to match up with people's reading rate, and it takes up a small amount of space. So it tends to be the best way to do it. But with the way the line is being delivered, the way it's obviously game text, I think, and the way he draws it out, we might have to leave full sentences from this guy up on screen. Now, we could do word by word, where each individual word pops up to form the full sentence. Yeah, I agree with that as to an extent, and also Eric. I view the books and the movies heavily. Yeah, they're very different, and I much prefer the books moral. I like them both, but I feel like both versions of Hickam and Toothless might as well be different. They are entirely different characters. Honestly, they should have been named something else. Those cowards should have just added a completely different name for it.
Again, Toothless being a Night Fury has nothing to do with what he does. The only thing Toothless being a Night Fury did for the first movie was give shock value when Hiccup shot him down. Everything else that happened after that in the movie could H.
Could H.
There is but one game.
So there is but one game. I would hate to do all of this word by word, but I think that's the best way to give it punch. Fuck me. All right, so what's the full sentence? There is but one game. 5 words.
Worth the candle.
Worth the candle. 8 total words. So I'd have to do 8 copies. God damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, y'all. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, you can do an animate in where it does like a typing style where it doesn't show the type, so it shows up 1 word at a time. I just find I prefer when I can set the exact timings instead of leaving on technically an okay timing. So I always end up doing word by word entrances. So what is it? There is... Yeah, so the way you would normally do this if you aren't me and you don't hate yourself is you would write out the whole sentence, then you could go to animate in, and you could do something like, obviously you wouldn't do the actual typewriter effect. There's a few different effects like like type 1, where you see characters come in one at a time, and then you can set it for a speed that'll end at the same time that a sentence ends, so the words functionally show up as they're being said. The thing is, because it goes character by character, the timing will be a little off on longer words versus shorter words, and the timing won't be exact. It'll be exact for the beginning of the sentence and the end of the sentence. So some individual words might be slightly frame off on their timing, which is why, because I hate myself and I put in all the extra time, I end up doing every individual word myself. There is but one game worth the nut, but god damn it. There is but one game worth the candle. Okay, then we're gonna have to space it out. Candle, there is but one game worth the... Alright, let's go ahead and construct this. So how much can I put at the top? We could probably, there is but, we could probably do the full 3-word right above him. But takes up a lot less space. He's got a small butt. Okay, so there is but... Ooh, can we do one game either side of his head? It's not super clean. You can see there'd probably be a little overlap if I do it that way, but I think that'll be fine. There is but one game worth the candle. How does that look? How does that look as a frame? As a frame, I think that's pretty solid. Let's hear.
There is.
So there is... you know, I'm gonna just eyeball it, then we'll adjust. It's normally actually a bit easier to eyeball this down, just like give them a stair step, and you do the adjust per word. You'll never get it right on the first time doing it this way, but it tends to just make it a little easier to approach.
There is. But.
That's when you bring but up a lot.
There is but one.
Eric, I think it's good.
What? I think it's good. What? Oh, okay, one sec. What are we doing? What's good? Let's see here.
There is but one game.
Game will be one frame before. I should probably zoom in more so I can actually... Stop it.
There is
but one game worth the candle. That looks right. The is crowding up a little bit, though. So we'll bring it there. We'll do a full screen just so I can get the actual feel of it.
There is but one game worth the candle.
The came in slightly too quickly. Let's zoom and bring it back 2 frames. Okay, let's take that again.
There is but one game worth the candle.
Chess. That was right. Oh, that was beautiful. And you see, that's why I do it this cancerous way. That's why I do it this way that takes me way too much extra time, is that you gotta do fucking the exact timing you want, and the exact timing will always look clean as hell, even though it takes an unnecessary amount of extra time. It's not locking in. It should just be able to auto-align. What? Do I have auto-align off or something? Let's see, turn off main track magnet. Oh, it was, yeah, so it was, I had turned off snapping. Oh, I probably hit end at some point when I thought I was typing and I wasn't typing. Got it. Chess. There we go. Easy ones. Chess, and then the next sentence will be probably no checkers. Chess. Should I all caps? Because I am excited. Let's see. Chess. Nah. Oh, we gotta do a slide. Hell yeah. This is an effect I love doing because it's really, really easy and it looks nice, which is basically a sliding word. I love it for things like nah, no, basically whenever you have a word that people are going to be extending. Oh no. Stop. So like nah. Here we go. So chess, nah. Yes. Nah. And then what we do is we can take position, we can mark it, and if we mark position, that creates one of these pegs. And that peg will start the position there. And then what we can do is set that starting position actually as like 2000. So it'll start there. Then we go to the end of it. Then we hit peg again, and we set it to negative. And then what we get is this.
Chess. Nah.
Clean. Easy. Takes almost no work, and it creates a great amount of movement that's very readable.
Chess. Nah. You're
So you are a checkers man, I think is what I'll say.
a checkers man.
You're a checkers man. I say, aren't you? Oof.
You're a checkers man, aren't
Unfortunately, that means we don't get to let checkers stay on screen as long as chess did, which is a little unfortunate, but it should be fine. Right! I just learned my internet is so ass. I need a hotspot to play Goose Goose Duck. Dude, isn't that game meant for mobile? No. Right. And congrats on streaking in my chat. How you doing? Make sure to add some mold. Mold. The way you're having be one word at a time, I think it's good. Yeah, I agree. It makes it look better. It just takes like twice the time. Because imagine if I had just written this out as a sentence, then use the animation type 1, and then I just adjust the timing. It would take me less than half the amount of time this takes me, but there's a reason I do it this way.
You're a checkers man, aren't you?
Print. Yeah. Should I type out you, or is ya good? Aren't cha? Hell, I'm doing cha right there, aren't I? I'm saying aren't cha.
Man, aren't you?
We'll leave it as you.
Let's see.
Okay, we have let's see here, but I'm also doing a cut, so I need to make sure the text doesn't come in until after the size shift. Else it'll look wrong. So we come in here. Got it.
Let's see. I want to get the.
So it's let's see here, and I think we'll just make that one on its own. Let's see. Can I fit it all? Hey, we can fit it all. So we'll just do let's see here.
Let's see. I want to get.
Unfortunately, that'll only be on for like a split second, but it's such a filler sentence, I say. I never actually want to give it a ton of time.
I want to get.
I want to get. We're going to do the not a real word version, which is not wanna. It'll be wanna. So for all of you out there, wanna is not an actual word, but we use it. And it saves me space on having to type out the whole word I want to. So we say wanna.
See, I want to get the vibe.
I want to get the vibe. We can do a 5-word. 5-word, I think, works. It doesn't actually take up too much space.
Let's see, I want to get the vibe off.
Off your face, I think. Off your face.
Off your face.
You can drag that out. I also don't think that aligned. Yeah, here we go.
Vibe off your face. Yeah.
Okay, we do another size change. Let's zoom in a little just so I can actually frame by frame move. Okay. Just going to drag this out to there. Next one comes in after the side change. And what am I saying? Yeah?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oof. Fuck. How do I want to do yeah?
Yeah, no.
So it's yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
So nah, I get, I think, here. Let's see if that's the right timing. There's a few things I could do for yeah, and I gotta think on them. Gigantify. Fine, I'll gigantify her emote for you. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous, you. You're just happy that you can make me gigantify other people's emotes, aren't you? Probably why I redid English in college for 2 years, because I used wanna like I had a switch on it. Yay.
Yeah, no. This is.
Okay, yeah, that works. How do I want to do yeah?
Yeah, no.
Because one thing we can do is because it's the same word repeated, you can actually just get away by leaving it up.
Yeah, no. This is.
We want to add. How much movement have we had out of?
Let's see. I want to get the vibe off your
Big,
face. Yeah,
small.
no. This is a trick taking guy. But is he into hearts or spades? Oh.
We go like over 10 seconds without moving, so unfortunately I think that means I have to do the extra version of this.
The way to just invoke a little more energy right here to fill in for my non-movement. So this is a big part of captioning editing. Most people when they do captioning editing are just adding in the words and doing either a highlight or a fill or the words popping in to give you sort of the read speed. I like to do it to also add in energy in a final draft, essentially, where I have a moment where I know I'm not doing a lot of movement.
I was
so
kinda curious if you would have to have a sub to be able to do it or not, lol.
I would, Hyperbeam. So you can only do it if I have a sub to their channel. We're going to do, yeah. We're going to do slight rotation, and they're going to be. So, yeah. Yeah. Here. That'll be good, and it's real quick. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, no. There's almost no frames of that one even on screen. Yeah, no. Alright, and then we're actually going to add even more energy to them. We're going to see if we can find, the wobble. Yeah. Maybe not that wobble. I think there's a better wobbling effect that's free. Is it jiggle? No. Shout out? No. So if you're ever working in CapCut, anything with a little purple thing, you've got to pay for. Anything than that, you can get for free. Small jump. Huh. Yeah.
Time to make Eric broke by making him buy
Okay,
random subs. Also,
that's-
Eric, you forgot to gigantify race emote.
Right? No, I giganticified the dumb one, unless there was a different one. Yeah. Okay, that's... Yeah. It was setting it to the smallest one's speed. No, this is... Alright, that was good. Honestly, I'm glad I did it. Your face. No, this is a... Perfect. Alright. So we got another one, we'll plug it in, and then I'll double check, right? Let's see here, which one? So there's Hyperbeam, asked me to gigantify. Ah, I see. Rye wanted me to gigantify. Give me. Got it. Wait, who is this? Wait, I have another
Eric, the
free
dumb one
emote
was
to
mine.
someone.
You missed Trees.
Who is this? Do we on Ka? Who the hell are you? Any of you know this person? I have a free sub to them, so I imagine one of you got me gifted a sub at one point, but I have no clue who this is. Yeah, no, this is a trick-taking guy. I would like that as one sentence if I can fit it all. So it's what? This is a easy fits trick taking. No, that's going to go beyond. That would go a bit beyond. So I think we'll just do this is a, and then we can do trick taking guy. So where's this is a? This is a trick. Yo, dang, almost nothing for this is a. I don't like that. That feels like I'm making people read a little too quickly. It's a little quicker on the reading than I like, but this is a trick. But I think it's the only way for the sentence to actually read out right while you're reading it. This is a trick-taking guy. Okay. No, this is a trick-taking guy. Ooh, was that too fast? No, this is a trick-taking guy. This is a trick-taking... No, this is a trick-taking guy. Yeah, it's pretty fast. I don't like that, but I think that's the only way for me to do it reasonably, unfortunately. I don't know how, but last month I had gifted subs to channels I wasn't even following. I thought I need to follow to get a gift. I think it depends on how big it is, because you can be recommended for a channel. So I think it's the order is people who have watched the channel, or it might be so people who have followed and watched the channel, people who have watched the channel, people who are recommended the channel is I think the way it goes. I think there's 3 different lists of it. So if people gift enough subs that it fills up everybody who's watched and follows the channel, then I think it drops down to people who have watched the channel. And then if that's filled up, then I think it falls down to people who have been recommended the channel.
Because if you think about it, eventually certain channels are going to run out of people in those first two categories. So I just think it goes to recommendations after that.
What is he in?
What is he into? What is he into? I kind of want to do the words hearts or spades as its own thing.
What is he into?
So I kind of want to do. I want to make these colored almost. Let's hear hearts. I want to move it up. I want to make it red. Or okay. And then spades. Is there a good way for me to do black if I'm doing drop shadow? If I do black, how does that look? Ugh, that looks horrid. I could do white. Doesn't look right. I could do a gray. Gray could work. So if I do hearts or spades. There we go.
Hearts or spades?
That's where it ends. We'll drag them out to there, then we'll get their actual entrance timing in.
Eric, I'm ashamed to say, I like watching true crime.
Hyperbeam,
it's a bit of
no.
a shameful enjoyment, but I find criminal psychology very interesting.
Crime anal psychology. I understand, Hyper.
Hearts? Is he into hearts or spades?
Okay, let's see.
Hearts or spades?
I actually need spades to come at the same time as the hat, I think. I don't think it's perfectly aligned with the word, but it aligns with the on-screen action, so I think that's better.
Into hearts or spades?
Yeah, that just reads a lot better.
Oh.
So here, so we have O, and he's speaking. So we're going to go O, and for that, we're going to give it a pop. So we're probably going to do a zoom in. It's not actually a zoom in, it's a level growth, but you guys will see. So then if I have a word that just pops, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and we're going to do scaling. We're going to do the thing like we did for the movement. And we're going to drag it down to 0. We're going to bring it up, then bring it back up to 100. And there we go. We'll have a bit of a pop.
Oh.
Perfect. And he's talking, so we're going to go grab one of his original deals, just so I don't have to find the exact same color again. Bring it in, put it centered. There we go.
God fucking damn it, Eric. Do not
What?
say criminal like that just because I fucked up my typing like that, please.
Dude, you did text-to-speech, so I had to hear the robot voice say criminal. And I had to look over and see why it said criminal. And it was because you misspelled criminal, so I read it out criminal. Listen, technically, this is because you did text-to-speech, is why this has happened. And because you misspelled it.
Oh.
Hast thou that thou fuck. I'm realizing I don't know how to spell Old English. Thou? Is it T-H-O-W? Thou. An archaic dialect of you. Okay, so it is O-U? Cool. Perfect. Nailed it.
Oh.
Hast thou the will? Oh, wait. We're doing a growth. This could actually be a good thumbnail. This is something you do want to keep in mind whenever you do shorts editing that you're going to upload to YouTube. You don't get to make a custom thumbnail and upload it. The thumbnail has to come from the video itself. So sometimes when I'm doing caption editing, I'm looking around for a good time to make big ass words that fill up screen in a dynamic way and say something that's attention grabbing, because I need it for the thumbnail later. So hast thou the will? That's not will. Will! Hast thou the will to beat Will. Devil. Then would this be a good thumbnail? It could work. It could work.
Hast thou
Well, this is going to go a lot longer, honestly, isn't it?
Hast thou the will?
Oh, he hasn't even said it yet. Holy shit. Okay, that's going to go a minute.
Hast thou the will? To beat
The beat.
the
Jesus. All right, I'm going to just let him finish.
devil. If
Okay, we're going to drag to there. No, holy shit. We got to pull the devil back even further, I think.
to beat the devil. If
There we go. All right, that was right timing. Let's check.
hast thou the will? To beat the devil. If thou
Yeah, I think going 2 words there works. We could go back and I could do it word by word, but I think the 2-word delivery works. This guy's kind of speaking in I-ams anyway, so it should be fine.
the devil. If thou could
All right, and I don't think I'm going to do that again. I'm going to try to actually compress them into sentences. If thou couldst. Couldst. That's not a conjugation, is it? That's just the word, right?
if thou couldst know
I'm gonna have to Google it. God damn it. God damn it, Old English. Couldst. Second person singular of could. Technically, it's still something you're allowed to use, actually. Huh.
if thou couldst know
We're gonna add no, because that's kind of where his drawl is, right?
if thou couldst know
And then we'll cut there and then replace it.
how oft I have been answered
How oft? Do we apostrophe? Is it just oft? Because obviously oft is for often. And I don't know if that's a shortening, so it needs a parentheses. All right, we're going to Google that. Is it oft or oft apostrophe? It is oft, not oft. Oft is an archaic poetic adverb meaning often and is not a contraction requiring an apostrophe. Huh. All right. Hi, Just Water. How you doing? I'm having to type out Old English. Welcome. We're just doing some video editing today to help me save time to get videos ready for the next fucking shorts drop.
devil. If thou couldst know how oft
I've been good. Hell yeah. You getting up to anything this weekend, my guy?
I have been answered,
I have been answered. Fuck, I always misspell answered. I don't know why. I know I've never been good with the word answer. Hey, I nailed it. Fuck yeah. But hey, thank you for the fucking prime sub. Oh, Just Water, I love you. Nothing is better than a prime sub. A sub that literally costs them more money than any other sub. I appreciate it. Let's go.
I have been answered.
About there. And honestly, I think I'm gonna get him a drawled out yes. Yes. Okay, which means we're gonna have to do up. It'll overlap by 2 frames so we can have movement on it. Right at the beginning, position, we should go 2000 is almost always a strong one. lock it, go over to the other side. Negative, enter, should be a lock. Let's go.
Been answered, yes, thou.
We're gonna go to there.
Answered, yes, thou.
I just want it to really drawl a bit, you know?
Answered, yes, thou.
So maybe I take out 2 yeses.
Answered, yes, thou wouldst stand amazed.
Thou wouldst.
Thou,
Bring it in a little more.
yes, thou.
There we go. Thou. Nope, thou wouldst. I think I can do thou wouldst stand amazed. I think I can do a 2-word break there.
Answered, yes, thou wouldst.
I love spending Amazon's money. I love you spending Amazon's money, Water. Stand amazed.
Thou wouldst stand amazed.
Ooh, unfortunately, I think my sound overlapped an edit there, so we might have to cut the text early.
Stand amazed.
I would not.
How does it look if I let the words overlap?
And amazed.
I would.
Yeah, it doesn't look right. We need the on-screen motion to happen at the same time. Damn. It's going to be a little funky, but this is the least funky way to do it.
I would not.
Alright. Then we can get rid of... Oh, shoot.
Amazed.
Back, we're going to grab this one, bring it over, because now Tardigrade talks. Let's go! I've been pretty good, just Water. I had a couple of different film shoots this week. I might have one tomorrow. They have yet to give me a call time, and it's already getting pretty late in the evening, so we're gonna see, because if they don't give me a call time or an address, it's not like I'm gonna be able to get there. Still waiting to hear back from my big job interview that happened, but, you know, we've had a few streams, we've had a collab this week. I'm doing some more shorts editing, and we're really close to being able to pull off my big year goal of getting through all of January with a daily shorts release. And that's why we're doing video editing right now, to make sure I have a little bit of a backlog to get me through the end of January.
Amazed.
I would not.
Amazed.
I would not. I think we can fit all 3 on one line. Hell yeah. Alright, but we pop up, so we're actually going to move this up with us to... Still, we want to be below the top hands, I find.
Amazed.
I would not.
Not goes all the way to there.
Would not.
Sir is just going to pop. Do we want to do a zoom pop? If so, I might as well just grab O. Bring our zoom popped O over here, right in Sir. Bring it up so it's in alignment. Ah. There, and that should look good.
I would not. Sir, are you?
Okay, we need a little quicker than it is.
Not. Sir, are you?
1 frame longer. I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop it quicker, but let it linger.
I would not. Sir, are you aware?
Brilliant. Take this. Are you aware? I might have to bring aware. Yeah, aware's gonna have to go down. Are you aware?
Sir, are you aware of?
Ooh, then I go into of how many, I think. You aware of how many?
Are you aware of how many Americans?
Do we just take how many, or do we do how many America? I think we're going to do how many Americans. Americans is going to take enough time to say that it's going to be, I think, spoken slower than it's read. So I'll give the rest of the sentence time to get read.
Sir, are you aware of how many Americans?
Gwen thinks she's the GOAT. She told me to spam Gwen as the GOAT 10x.
In exchange for, did she promise to give you anything for Gwen as the GOAT? Or are you just following her lead, Hyperbeam? What is this rebellion?
Aware of how many Americans?
Go there, and it's going to be think.
think they could fist
Think they could. I think I'm just gonna think they could, and then we're gonna have fist fight a gorilla or whatever I say. A grizzly bear, probably. Fist fight a grizzly bear. Shoot, I wish it was gorilla. Because it's gonna be grizzly bear. Grizzly bear gives me 2 words I have to work with instead of 1 with gorilla. Because fist fight a gorilla, 4 words is a good fit. 5 words tend to be a pretty tight fit. We'll see.
Americans think they could fist think they could fist fight a grizzly. You know,
I don't finish it. Fist fight a grizzly. Ooh, fist fight a grizzly. 4 words? Let's give it maximum punch then. Wait, hold on. Fist fight a grizzly. Fist fight a grizzly. Oh. Well, am I going to hyphen? If I'm going to hyphen, I need the 5th character. Let's not hyphen, actually, because then I don't know the timing to put the hyphen in. It's going to be fist fight grizzly. Let's let it play through so I could just get the full length.
think they could fist fight a grizzly.
Yes, that seemed to be about there. We'll drag it out, see if that timing's right.
Fist fight a grizzly.
You know what? All right, we'll see if that transition's right. Then I'll go back and I'll do the full timing here. You know what? Perfect. Okay.
Fist fight a grizzly. Hold on.
You know what? Hold on. Yeah, we'll make that 2. They're really just pop sentences, but I'm really shooting those out a lot on this one. You know what? Hold on.
Fist fight a grizzly. Hold on.
Okay, and that'll cut right there. So let's hear.
Fist fight.
And let's get the full sentence blocked out. So do I drag down or do I cover myself? Do we make this a poster? If we want to do it a poster, something that could also be our thumbnail, we would do it like this, fist fight a good top text, bottom text. I kind of like top text, bottom text, honestly, because the other way we can do it is just, do what our normal thing is and just let it drag towards the bottom, essentially. But I think I like top text, bottom text.
Gwen is a goat.
Gwen is a goat. You're right. Not the goat. A goat. I agree. 100%. Okay, we'll do that.
They could fist. They could fist fight a grizzly. Fist fight a grizzly.
Did I actually get that right? Hold on.
Fist fight a grizzly. Hold on. No.
All right, we got no.
Hold on. No.
And we're moving. So here's what I think we're going to do. I'm going to put the no above us, and we're going to have the no's basically spawn in as if they're going off screen with me. What we're going to do, we're going to go no.
No. 1.
I go into 1 second. So here's what it is. So no. Oh, no. Ah, shoot. I have them kind of out of order.
No. No. 1 eye.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Hold on. No. 1 eye.
Let me get 1 eye.
No. 1 eye. Hold on.
And then I could just grab hold on again.
Hold on. 1 second. No. 1 eye. Hold on.
All right, that should be better.
Hold on. 1 second.
Let me do 1 second. And where are we? We're at 30 seconds ahead of our 50s. So we're over halfway through, but god
damn, do we still got some time to fill. Hold on. No. Hold on 1 second. How?
All right, now this is one we might actually make use of the animation effect because you can hear me typing. I think we want this whole thing actually typed out. So let's see here.
How many?
How many? We might just do a screen fill on this so we can do just a full typing effect.
Many Americans.
How many Americans think they can? Hope it's not could. Fist fight a grizzly bear. Let's see if that's right.
How many Americans think they could?
It's could. All right, that's fine. I prefer can.
Fight a.
Not even fist fight, just fight. So we'll do fight A then instead of fist fight paragraph A.
Fight a bear.
Not even grizzly. Ooh. Okay, then we're going to do animation in, and we're going to go for typewriter, so we get that typing line.
Many Americans think they could fight. Many Americans think they could fight a. Many Americans think they could fight a bear.
Yeah, that
Many
speed isn't quite right.
Americans
That's why I
think
prefer the
they
word
could fight a bear.
but I think this will work for that. I think this works for that.
How many Americans think they could fight a bear? 6% of Americans.
Hell yeah. Now, do I have to caption this? Because it's on screen technically. Technically, I'm reading this. 6%. We'll just fill it in. I just won't do anything lively with the words. I think we'll just do very basic captioning, essentially, for this whole section. Because the lively thing is being able to read this, so... Put it in, drag it down, and we'll just follow the words. 6%. 6%.
6%
of Americans
The 6% of Americans
think they can.
Think they could beat.
Could beat, actually.
The 6% of Americans think they could beat.
So be grizzly. I would definitely say grizzly because I'm reading it.
Americans think they could beat a grizzly bear in a.
Grizzly bear. Will the whole thing fit? It'll fit. Grizzly bear in a fight. Oh, and that puts it past 40 seconds. That was a very quick 10 seconds there.
6% of Americans think they could beat a grizzly bear in a fight.
That's an audio cut, so it'll definitely be a new sentence.
8% of
8% of Americans. What's 8%? Is that going to go right up the lion? Or do I skip to elephant? Let's see here.
fight. 8% of Americans think they.
It's also going a little longer than that, I think. Take that out. Let's see.
8% of Americans think.
Yeah, think they can.
They, 8% of Americans think they could beat.
Oh yeah, think they can beat. That's what I did here as well. Yeah, think they can beat.
8.
We're gonna go one frame back because it sounds like we're one frame short of A.
A lion in a.
Yeah, that's a lion in a fight.
Beat a lion in a fight.
I really want that confidence. I want the confidence to look at a creature with claws and fangs and me to go, yeah, I could definitely outpunch that.
They could beat a lion in a fight.
We're doing... Honestly, can I copy all this and then just change the specifics again?
8% think they could.
No! Alright, 8% think they can.
Percent fight. 8%.
Ah, we're gonna do 8% think. I thought think they can would have been great on one line, but just too long.
8% think they could
Beat. That's gonna be an elephant, I think, because that's super ridiculous.
beat an elephant.
How goes editing? Hey, Ultima. I think we're doing pretty good. We're almost through our first captioning edit, but we did do a big pass on all the videos. We did one full video edit, and we went back and did some minor changes to 4 of the other videos. We've just started this. I've been telling people all about how I like to do my captioning, and we've been discussing Toothless a little bit. But things have quieted down, as apparently Gwen has sent a sleeper agent to spam Gwen is a goat.
8% think they could beat an elephant in a fight.
In a fight. How are you doing, my guy? Getting up to anything this weekend? Having fun? Going crazy? There we go.
Beat an elephant in a fight.
15%. What is that? That's going to be King Cobra.
Fight. 15% of Americans.
God, that went very long.
15% of Americans think they could beat a
King Cobra.
king cobra in a
We're going to make that its own thing in a fist fight, I think. I think I go back to saying fist right at the end, just because I'm picturing a King Cobra's fangs. A fist fight. Let's go. Let's see if that's right.
think they could beat a king cobra in a fist fight. So
There we go. We'll find that frame. And cut. And what is it going to be? It's going to be so no.
one eye.
So one eye. I gotta bring it up. So right below the top hand. Brilliant. Let's go. Who the fuck thinks they could beat a lion in a fight? 8% of Americans think they could beat a lion in a fist fight. Only what's very interesting is only 61% of Americans think they could beat a goose in a fist fight. And listen. Maybe that's accurate. I just find a place where you can get 6% of people thinking they could beat a grizzly bear in a fist fight. I really feel like the goose should be a lot closer to 80-90% of people, you know? I feel like there's a problem here. If a goose has 40% of people checking out and a grizzly bear only has 95% of people checking out, then ooh.
In a fist fight. So one eye.
I should copy this one so I'd have to move the positioning again. So one eye, no. I might be able to let the no stand.
No, I would not be surprised.
Would not. Can I do... It'll be a 5-word, but surprised.
I
feel
no,
like
I would
Gwen is
not
one
be
of those
surprised.
Americans. Low-key, she's a Chihuahua FR.
Hey!
No, I would not be surprised.
That do be how Chihuahuas are. I'm chilling. Just got back from visiting family. Hell yeah, good family trip. Or like a Thanksgiving family trip. Sorry, Ultima. I'm just always, when people are like, oh, this just happened, there's a lot of things where I'm like, ooh, I gotta test the waters on whether this is that. Oh, that's nice, or oh, I'm sorry.
One eye, no, I would not be surprised. likely by how
Likely by how many people think
people think they
could.
how many people think they could be by how many people think they could be
Beat the devil at his own game.
could beat the devil at
It's gonna be a little long, we'll see. At his own game. Nailed it.
could beat the devil at his own game.
There is but one.
Alright, we'll do a full screen. We'll see if anything seems off. But y'all, that might be a complete full beginning to end caption edit. Let's see. How are we at? We're only at 2 hours and 30 seconds. Or 30 minutes.
There is but one game worth the candle.
Chess. Nah, you're a checkers man, aren't you? Let's see, I want to get the vibe off your face. Yeah, no, this is a trick-taking guy. But is he into hearts or spades? Oh.
Hast thou the will to beat the devil? If thou couldst know how oft I have been answered yes, thou wouldst stand amazed.
I would not. Sir, are you aware of how many Americans think they could fist fight a grizzly? You know, hold on. No. Hold on 1 second. How many
That was
Americans think they could fight a
Just a
bear?
good family
6%
gathering.
of
Hell yeah,
Americans
my
think
guy.
they could beat a
Doug
grizzly
Glenn is
bear
one
in
of
a
those
fight.
Americans,
8% of
low-key.
Americans think they could
Very
beat
true.
a lion in a
Very,
fight.
very true.
8% think they could beat an elephant in a fight. 15% of Americans think they could beat a king cobra in a fist fight. So no, I would not be surprised, likely, by how many people think they could beat the devil at his own game.
One that actually concerns me on that list is how close king cobra and chimpanzee are. Because listen, I would never want to fight a king cobra, something with that much venom. Because if you fuck up once, you're dead instantly, you know? However, I do think with something the size of like a king cobra, if you get the right grip, like if you get the end of its tail or if you get it behind the head and you immediately swing it, you are physically capable of in one stroke crushing its skull, you know? I think with something like a king cobra, there's an argument, I got a 50-50 on this, but if I land a hit, I do win that fight, you know? I can end this fight instantly. I cannot end chimpanzee in one punch. I cannot do that. But hell yeah, that's solid, y'all. I think we'll fucking keep it. I think that's a fucking great ass goddamn captioning edit right there. So we're gonna get in this. This was how many dudes? We're gonna go _3 _1. Wait, is that gonna be the right folder? Hold on. No, that's still in the RV there yet folder. Shoot, we're gonna go up Killingstone, pass 3, select folder, and we'll do export.
There is but one
There we
game
go.
worth the candle.
Hey, and we've got a whole ass video.
Chimpanzees
captioned
are
and
fucking
done.
terrifying. They genuinely like to
Oh,
torture
yeah, they
people
are.
that piss them off. They may not be human, but they have our cruelty.
The chimpanzees are a little insane with it though. They I think it comes down to your teeth being your main tool. The idea of cutting things off by biting them off is very natural. It's very much how they operate, and they go absolutely sicko mode with it. They take it to such a degree that it's like, oh my god, y'all being extra as hell, and I don't know why. So here, blind leading horses. We have a 2-2, so we'll definitely go with that one. This is my last full minute. Yes, we had 2 videos that came out to a full minute. One that was at 55 seconds, one at 54 seconds, one at 52, one at 41, and one at 15.
So the 52, 41, 15 are probably going to be real quick. Blind leading horses. God damn. Here's my real problem. Is I never have the stomach to do 2 caption edits back to back. I always need to take a fucking break in the middle of them. I don't know. I want to go for a walk. I want to decompress. Captioning editing always stresses me the fuck out. What time is it? It's almost 6. Do I rudely end stream at 6 o'clock as an excuse to not do a second full minute long captioning? Thinking. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I let you guys go? Do you guys have Saturday night plans? If all of you have Saturday night plans, I can send you off too early. Then I might end things early. I might end things early under the excuse of making you all touch grass.
As a apsiring zoologist and wildlife biologist, I am much more afraid of a chimp than I am of a hippo or any big cat.
I don't know. Here's what I'll say. I don't know on the hippo specifically. There's some shit I've heard about hippos where hippos are a little on the vindictive side as well. Big cat, gonna be quick. Big cat, don't play with you that way, you know? Big cat's just gonna be back of the neck done. I've heard some shit about hippos. I think there was a dude that a hippo tried to swallow whole, and he was recovered, but he had lost, like, literally multiple limbs in the attempt, essentially. Like, fully gone. And it's like, oh my god. Damn. Things. Yeah, big cats tend to be a bit on the... Which is interesting, because small cats are such fucking assholes. Small cats play with their food like crazy. It seems like big cats don't tend to. Which is, I don't know where that changeover happens much. It feels like there should be something more consistent there. But I don't know. I really don't know. Can y'all tell I'm really trying to avoid starting another
Hippos are
minute-long
awful,
captioning?
but they are faster at killing you than chimps.
I guess. God, I saw a short the other day from a dude that was just like a song where they were talking about all the different types of like humans there have been, essentially, where they like start with like Neanderthal, and it was just like a quick like
Also, Eric, I can't touch grass.
section.
We got 2 feet of snow here in Michigan RN.
Just dig through the snow. You'll get to grass eventually. It'll be dead, but you can still touch it. Come on, Hyperbabe. Show some chutzpah. But it was like, oh, like the Neanderthals were squat and strong, were built for the Arctic. Then there was like the really small people that lived on top of mountains, whatever. And then they got to the section on the Homo sapiens, and it was just like them going on about how the scoreboard is 1-0 since everything else went extinct. It was good. I thought it was funny. It was a very Homo sapien vibe, and I kind of liked it. Oh my god, good shit. No, just recently, what was it? There's someone YouTube suggested to me that all they make is like, or at least all they've made recently was like a bunch of Warhammer fantasy or Warhammer 40k music. Like they have a song for the Necrons, and then I started listening to all their different Chaos faction songs, and their one for Khorne is fucking amazing, and I love it because all of their Chaos songs that they make, instead of it being just like singing about the Chaos like stuff, very much is from like the perspective of like the Chaos God trying to actually convince someone to join up with him. I feel like the Nurgle one doesn't do a very convincing job, but the Khorne one is beautifully phrased.
Eric, I'm very
in my
excited
opinion.
for Everything is Crab.
And it's Colm McGinnis. So if any of you are 40k fans and you want to listen to some pretty well made like fan music, go look up Colm McGinnis Warhammer songs, and you should get some good shit. Very good shit. I'm very excited for Everything is Crap. I'm also excited. I don't know when the actual full release of that is, but I did play that demo up until the day they took the demo down.
And I was so sad. I was so sad the demo ended, and there was nothing I could do about it. The most depressed. Ugh. Yeah, I need more time. I need more time before I do another video caption. I should just do it. I should just get in here and get all these done. Putting it off doesn't mean I'm not doing it. It just means there'll be less time for me to do it later. And if I finish this, then that's both of the full minute-long ones done. And then all the other ones are notably shorter. Nah, I can't. I can't. I need to do something else. I'm sorry. Alright, y'all. I hope you all had fun today. I most certainly did, and I appreciate you guys letting me use the last 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, to finish up my main editing and to get one of my captioning edits done, because we need these, because tomorrow is the last scheduled short, so I need to get, technically I only need one to give me an extra day to do it. So it was very useful. This got me a little ahead of where I was afraid I would be, because tomorrow I might be going out to do a film shoot and won't have time to do. So, I think that is all the energy I have for today. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my full, editing process. And I hope it's somewhat interesting to you guys. If any of you like doing video editing, you want to know anything more about any of the tools or process I use, feel free to reach out and I would be more than happy to share that info with you guys, yeah? So let me know if you want that, and I'll answer any questions in the Discord. Have a good evening, a good night, and a fucking great rest of your weekends, y'all. Make sure you guys go out there and have fun if you can, if you're not going to get caught in the fucking storm, basically. And, well, just know that I love you all. Good evening, good night. I'll see you all again just as soon as possible, and I'll send you all off to the girl who's been sending over sleeper agents. So here is our raid target. Here is my
Eric, what clips are we getting from this stream?
From this stream? Homie, I don't know. I'll let you know in a month when I come back to the stream and rewatch it to try and find clips. And here's our raid message, my guys. Alright, we're going to do this. In fact, one of the ones I wanted to do was Nova voice. I forget it. There was the roguelike where I just remembered I had a whole point where the character model came up and I was like, and I think that'd be very funny. But here's our raid target, y'all. Here's our raid message, and let get ready to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go.